Hip-hop, dancing evolved in shows such as The Soul Train and BEAUCOUP's Pop, Flowmaster, Gemini and Loop. I'm going to be your teacher for this introduction to locking. Along with my two assistants, this introduction to locking is going to be in two stages. First, the top of the body, then we look at the bottom. Remember, whether we're concentrating on the top of the body or bottom, it's always the whole body that dances. Okay, we'll start with the most important movement, the lock. Let's see how it's done. Basically, we'll sit into our hips, opening up the opposite leg slightly, on tiptoes. Then we're going to drop our chest forwards, bending slightly, open up our elbows, let our hands loose. Same thing on the other side. Sit into your hips, open up your leg a bit, chest, elbows forward, let your hands loose. It's a position where you really need to bend, really need to sit into your hips. You've got to feel like you're, sitting into your hips. Same thing on the other side. There's another movement we use as well, which is called the up lock. Up, put your hands in the air, like this, palms facing one another, shoulders down. Move your arms down your body and move into the lock position. Same thing, other side. Up, down, lock position, keep well bent. Let's see it in two beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's look at the lock together, then the up lock to music.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Up lock. There you have it. That's a lock. We're now going to look at another movement called pace. The pace is a move that helps you mark the beat. We're going to put our hands like this, bit like holding binoculars. From there, and we're now going to make a movement. We're going to move from here to the side, loosening up our wrists. In fact, we're going to let our wrists relax down here. Move to the side, do the same thing, flicking our wrist out to the side, down, like this. Now with our shoulders down, we're going to try and give a little beat each time with our wrists. Something like this. We come down to the side, and the body accompanies the step. You can, of course, do it with two, down, and this hand position is going to ensure that your movement is clean. Keep it really clean. We start off well like this. We're going to bring the legs together in too. We're going to simply do a step like this, keeping our chest bent forward a bit, like this. In fact, when we're doing a pace, we take the same leg to start off. Like this. Same thing, other side. And now both arms. It's really important to relax your wrists at the end of it and get your body to follow through. Let's look at this with music.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Now let's move on to the Uncle Sam points. Uncle Sam takes its name from the famous American poster where you see Uncle Sam pointing his finger and asking people to sign up for the army. We're going to take a look at the lock points. Basically an arm movement. You indicate a direction. You can point in any direction you want, in any position. First of all, we're going to take a look at the very simple moves. I mean straight in front, diagonally, sideways, backwards. As with the other moves, you need to remember that it's not just your arm that moves, but your whole body which follows the movement. Wherever you do a point, you need to feel your body dance, not just make a simple movement, you know. You really need to understand one thing when it comes to your joints. Don't force it. Don't stretch your arm as far as you can. Don't force the joints when you point. Don't fling your arms either. Just accentuate the movement, contract all the muscles in your arm. When you get to the end of the movement, you can do little points or big ones. But as soon as you're dealing with big movements, you really need to take care with the joint. You're bending your arm forward slightly. We'll do a little turn on an 8 beat, starting off with your right arm. Straight out front. Place your body, you can spin off center, drop down to the floor, stay upright. Like this, change the height of your body so that the point is always funky. And back, and backwards. So, we're going to start off with our right arm, straight out front. Left arm, diagonal, side, other side, backwards, and come around again. You don't necessarily have to look in the direction you're pointing each time. It's up to you. You can look, just like you can ignore it, or even look the other side. Here we go to music.
5, 6, 7, 8.
And up block. That was Uncle Sam points. We're now going to look at wrist rolls. Wrist rolls are just like they sound, rolling your wrists. You move your arm stretched out along your body and back up here to finish the roll at eye level. Same other hand. We start here, roll, end up here. Now with both arms. Roll, we block here, we stop. Palms face to face in front. So we start again. We can spin off center if we want. Pull our hand back. Same here. We move our body and we come back. After that, it's just options we choose. If we really want to do it off center or straight, we can do it down, low. In fact, the possibilities are endless. We'll see all this with a short choreography. Start off with your arms out like this.
On va faire 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Other arm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Now both at the same time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Same thing now, dropping down with your legs.
Avec les jambes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
From now, we're going to do a wrist roll on the side, but moving fully forwards.
En se décalant complètement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Start off on 2.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Et là,
And here,
2.
we tap 2 times
taper
and
2
end
fois.
with an up lock.
Et refinir en up lock.
Okay? So really, we've seen all the lock movements. They are the same thing. Here again you've got a very small movement with the wrist. You really need all your body to follow through. In the first part of the choreography, little combos done in a position with your own body really straight. Afterwards, you move off-center. And now to music.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Lock. That was the wrist roll. For an attitude in locking, you really need to be tuned into the music, like in any other dance. Many of the movements in lock are fairly simple when you first look at them. You do a point, tap your hands. These are movements, rolling your wrists, which most people think are relatively simple. The hardest thing is not really the gestures, but actually within yourself, the way you feel. Often in locking, there are a lot of movements like claps. You clap your hands together. You need to fill out the move up, like a bottle. You need to fill it with funk, personality, make it come alive. Because clapping with your hands like that doesn't really look like much. Doing that, anyone can do it. Now we're really going to put some feeling into it. Personality. That's when you really start to see something. That's what locking is all about. In locking, it's really important to manage to get some feelings into all the moves you're doing, small or large. We can look at locking like a language. In fact, when there's a circle of different lockers or show going on, we talk to one another. Not just with movements, we also talk with facial expressions. You can clown about, be nice, funny, be very serious, charming, playing to the crowd. You can choose between these options. I think that sometimes you shouldn't force things. If you're comical by nature, you should go for comical. More serious, stick with being serious. Through your temperament, technique, locking concept, your clothes, with all that, you can really build up your dance. To lock, you can dress any way you want. Today, we knitted out in streetwear, but any outfit will do the trick. You can also wear hats. In fact, you use lots of hats in the lock because they allow you to accentuate your personality. Bandanas, you use bandanas if you want, or play with accessories. In fact, you can consider that a lot of things can be incorporated into the lock, but all the same, you need to respect the basics, otherwise it turns into something else. Once you've got the basics figured out, you can really develop your own style. We're now going to take a look at a few moves together, working our legs more this time. We'll start off with the Scooby-Doo. For the Scooby-Doo, start with your legs together. You count 1. Open your legs on 2. You raise your foot in the air. Change leg. Put your right leg down. Once again, legs together, open up, down, keep your chest bent over slightly, move over to the right leg, kick out with your left leg, and back down. Now, with our arms, we're going to accompany this movement we've already seen. This is the up, 1, back down on 2, chest to the side, our arms in position, like for the pace. Place yourself on your right leg. And we come back like this, with the forearm bent. 3, 4. Once again, slowly this time. 1, 2, 3, and 4. The other side. Now, we see the same thing by turning. Up, there, turn, 3 and 4. We're sideways now. Come back. 1, 2, kick, and back. On the right side, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Back front, 2, 3, and 4. It's really important for the Scooby-Doo to be well grounded, body bent over when you start. You got this attitude here, with your hips nice and low, really well grounded. You can also use the Scooby-Doo to move around. Let's see that straight away. Up, down, kick, you move forward. Same on the left side. 2, 3, and 4. Back on the right side, 2, 3, and 4.
Ok.
Okay, now we'll do it to music.
Comment on peut le faire en musique. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Up, lock.
Lock. Voilà, c'était le
That was it, that was a Scooby-Doo. We'll now take another look at the movement called the Scoobot. The Scoobot. We'll start with just our legs. We're going to put our hands behind our back, hold our left leg out on our heel for 1, back, put our right leg out here in the same way, this time on our tiptoes for 2, and back again, 3, and 4. One more time, stretch your leg onto your heel, 2, same thing, but on your tiptoes, and back again. Okay? The arm movement that goes with the Scoobot is like this. Starting off in a position like pace, you position yourself like this. In fact, the movement is going to open up. You open, heel, up onto your tiptoes with your other leg. Here you're going to have to give a punch with both fists for 2. Back again, double like this. And with your foot, you tap behind your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's check this movement out to music.
5, 6, 7, 8.
And we're now going to look at the spinning Scoobot together. It's the same principle, except we're going to turn our legs diagonally for the 1. We're going to put them out diagonally over there. And here for the 2, on heels or toes, as you like. We're going to get on our heels this time. We do 3 and finish 4 in front. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's see this to music.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Right, we'll start the stop and go by going up, backwards, right leg back, 3, we slide back, up, arms up, and we go back, forwards, arm prepared, throw out the arm, and up we go. Once again, up, backwards, slide, turn, up. Slide, turn, up. Okay, we're now going to incorporate a little hip movement into this. Here we go. Up, back, slide, and we rock our hips. Up, 2, slide, rock our hips. Up, 2, slide, rock our hips. And up, down, slide, rock our hips. And here, stop and go, you really have to project your arms up. And then you turn, your hips are swung forwards and backwards. Once again, we bend down and up. What makes this movement really tick is we going up, we go down, swing the hips, and we slide forwards and up again. Back, swing our hips, slide forward and up again. Back, swing our hips. And we try, if we can, to put ourselves on the tip of our toes as we drive upwards. There we are, that's a stop and go. Okay? We're going to try this with music.
5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Et...
That's it.
Voilà, c'était le
That's stop and go for you. We're now going to try to look at these two basic movements in a combo.
En combinaison.
We'll
Alors,
start
on va
with a
commencer par le
pace,
pace.
a
On va
full beat.
faire
We're going to do
paces
two paces to the right,
sur le côté droit,
side, up,
up,
lock, up, lock,
lock. Pour
to
finir
finish
le
with 8.
5, 6, 7, 8 et 1, 2, 3, 4 et 5, 6, 7, 8.
So we're going to do the same little combo on the left side.
Et 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Now with a
Avec le
double
double
pace.
2, 3, 4, up, lock, pour finir le 8. Les trois
Now the
ensemble
three
sur la
combos
musique.
to music.
5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8 et...
There you have it, little demo on pace combo.
Pace.
Now we're going to start with all the
On va
basic
partir
steps
avec toutes
we've
les
worked
bases qu'on vient
on.
de travailler.
The
Le
pace, lock, up lock, points, wrist roll. We're going to combine them all in a general combo
En musique.
to music.
5, 6, 7, 8.
And lock.
Voilà.
That was a
C'est un
quick
petit
look at
aperçu
top
pour
of the
les
body
techniques du haut.
techniques.
Avant de
Before we
passer aux
move on
techniques
to
du bas,
leg
on va
and
faire
foot
une petite
techniques,
parenthèse
we'll
pour
take time
discuter
out to
et,
discuss
parler de
the lock
l'attitude
attitude.
du lock.
Right now, we're going to combine Scooby-Doo, Scoobot, stop and go.
Tout ça enchaîné
All
sur la
that we
musique.
do to the music.
5, 6, 7, 8.